Hey guys, today I want to share with you a strawberry blueberry coconut scone. It is paleo friendly, so if anyone's following a paleo diet, this is something that you can have. It's something that I like to make for breakfast or have on hand for the weekend to have with a cup of coffee or hot tea. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I have the oven preheated to 300 degrees. So I have two bowls here. One is going to be for the wet ingredients and one is going to be for the dry ingredients. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and mix our wet ingredients. So I have a 1/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. So we're going to put a 1/4 cup in this bowl. And then I'm going to use 1 egg. I'm also using a 1/4 cup of raw honey. So we're going to add the honey to the egg and the milk. So we're just going to go ahead and mix that up. I have the unsweetened almond milk, I have the honey, and 1 egg in here. I'm just going to mix it up, and then we're going to go ahead and add our dry ingredients. For our dry ingredients, we're going to add 2 cups of almond flour. And if you don't have almond flour, you can make this on your own with just using raw almonds, and you can go ahead and blend them up in any kind of a blender, food processor, but you just want 2 cups of almond flour. So we're going to put the almond flour in our bowl. The next thing we're going to add is a 1/4 cup of unsweetened coconut. And this is optional, you don't have to add it in. I like it with the berries, but we're just going to add a 1/4 cup unsweetened coconut. And then the next thing we're going to add is 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. I love the smell of coconut flour. It smells so delicious. Every time I get it out of the container, I'm like, oh, it smells so good. So we're going to add in the 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. The next thing we're going to add, in here I have mixed up 1 teaspoon of baking soda and then a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. So we're just going to mix that in and just take a spoon and just lightly mix this together. And then what we're going to do next is add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. We're going to kind of fold that in, and then we're going to gently fold in the berries. Here I have a 1/2 cup of strawberries and a 1/2 cup of blueberries. So I just used a 1/2 cup of each, and I rinse these, and for the strawberries I cut them in really small little chunks just to have those folded in. You can leave them if you want to cut them into quarters, you can, but I just cut them really thin and small. So we're going to add our wet ingredients to the dry. And as you're mixing, you're going to get a pretty thick dough consistency, and that's exactly what we want because the scone, we want it to be a little bit more dense. So you're just going to keep like folding that in, and then we're going to go ahead and add the fruit next. Next, I'm just going to add in the blueberries and strawberries and just kind of fold those in gently. Everything all mixed together. I went ahead and took a just baking sheet and put a piece of parchment paper on top. And what we're going to do is just pour this on top of our baking sheet and kind of mold that into a circular shape. You can do a circle, square, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go ahead and make it into a circle shape, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven for about 25-30 minutes. I'm going to check on it just to make sure it doesn't burn. So what we're going to do is just pour this onto our baking sheet and then start to mold it. Okay, so that is completely the messy part. So what you have to do is just pour it onto the pan, and then you're just going to kind of press it out with your hand to make like a circle, kind of a pie shape. So I just went ahead and kind of pressed that out, and now I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven at 300 for, like I said, 25-30 minutes. Okay guys, I just took the blueberry strawberry coconut scone out of the oven, and I cooked it for exactly 23 minutes. My oven cooks really fast, so if you have an oven that cooks fast, cook this between 20 to about 23 minutes, but check it so it doesn't burn. And if you have a slower cooking oven, you can set it at 325 and cook it for a little bit longer. But do check on it frequently because you don't want the scone to burn. But I just took it out of the oven, so it is hot. I just took a pizza cutter and I cut it into 8 slices. I have 2 on the plate here. And I just wanted to show you guys how it plates up. You can cut them however if you want to do them in squares, kind of like a bar or the scone style. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!